there's this vulnerability that is in the relational field, and then I'm having to face the deep belief that if I'm imperfect or hurtful, then I'm no longer going to be loved or respected. You know, that deep belief that I'm going to lose love. But to have that belief and those feelings, but bring it into the relational field anyway, loosens the grip of those beliefs and feelings. So the patterning's still there in me, but the grip is loosened. I don't believe it as much, which is the difference between discomfort and suffering. So the invitation tonight, and we're going to end with a meditation now, is to begin to notice where we're stuck and really ask, how am I interpreting this world right now? What am I believing? And bring that deep listening to that place. So we'll try that out. This will be the last 5 minutes of our time together. And just to know that because this is such a brief exercise, when I do this with myself, you might spend a half an hour, that just this hopefully gives you a template and you can explore more on your own. In other words, don't judge how you do this. So letting the attention go inward, and you might take a few breaths just to collect and gather yourself right here. And again, just scan your life and sense if there's something going on that brings up a real strong emotional reaction. And I wouldn't pick something that feels like it has trauma mixed in, because that's not going to be as accessible in a healthy way. So again, this is a situation perhaps in a relationship or working with an addiction, work, where in these circumstances you find yourself caught in a reaction, caught in an emotion that's painful, perhaps anger, hurt, fear. If there's nothing really strong, it may be just somewhere where you feel yourself distanced from someone and you're sensing you're contributing. And you might begin by just recognizing, allowing that this is a difficult situation, so that you're acknowledging it and just creating space for it. Because that's the part with rain, recognizing and allowing the situation and the suffering in a more general way opens us to that investigating and listening. And just letting yourself tune into the situation and really the place in you that's upset in the situation. And just ask yourself, well, what am I believing? What am I believing about life, about myself, about others? What's the interpretation here? And if there's a few beliefs, just sense the one that's most charged. Are you believing that others don't relate to you well, that they don't like you or respect you, that you're not lovable? Are you believing you're unworthy, that you're failing in some way? And to ask yourself, is this belief the truth? Just to offer that inquiry there. Is this the truth? And just let yourself listen in a fresh way. Is this the truth? And then take some moments to investigate more deeply. When you're believing whatever it is, what's it like? What does your body feel like? And you might exaggerate the belief and exaggerate the story around the belief some, just to help you contact what's it like to live with this belief in your body. What does your heart feel like when you're believing this? Your belly. Sensing how your body feels when you're believing this, and how it then affects your life. How does believing this affect relating with other people? Or affect your capacity to be creative, or to enjoy, or be spontaneous?